I bet you're surprised to see us in the bathroom once again. This is our master bathroom. Not yet finished. We need to finish up some jobs that we've put off long enough. We're going to start tackling some little things that we can do around here. You can see underneath the toilet here, the trim is just unfinished. The baseboard is not cleaned up the way I want it to be. As you can see, the trim down here is not finished and the baseboard isn't finished up the way I want it to be. So we're going to fix that today. Fortunately, I have all the trim and it was already all pre-finished. I've been putting this off for how long now? For no reason at all. So I cut the trim to the lengths I need. Was really careful and meticulous about this, getting the measurements very precise because I want this to look good. So the first things first, let's look at the situation. We have a wall-mounted toilet and that toilet hangs down pretty low and was going to hit my baseboard trim. So I ended my trim back a ways, just cutting some 45-degree bevels. First thing I did was cut a little piece to fit in there because I want it to be up a little bit. We need a little tiny baseboard right there. We got tile straight down here. You know what? Hold off. I'm going to go ahead and use some Lexel to seal this piece in. I don't feel that I can nail it properly. It's too small, so let's put some sealant on it. So now we're going to take our long piece and put that first one in there. This is the base cap, and this is just what fancies up the trim, gives it a little decorative edge. Do you notice the angle I cut on that? Because this is a 45-degree cut, I know to meet in the middle here, I needed to cut these at 22.5 degrees because that's half of 45. And you see how those meet up like that? I'm going to go ahead and fit in all my next pieces. And then we'll nail them in place. Perfect. So let's take a look at it. So these angles are all 22.5 degrees one way and then the other way. And like I said, it's just figuring out half of whatever angle you're trying to do. And it all works out. Now obviously we have to hole fill those little pin nails. You guys might have noticed this little can. This is a new garbage can we got. This is just stuck here with double adhesive on the back, double-sided tape. And that's to mount our garbage can too. We found that on Amazon. I thought it looked really cool in here. It has the brass accents. It's white, it's off-white, but it works. And cute little garbage can that we can keep off the floor. So I mounted that up recently. Anyway, I'm happy. The job got done. Let's go find something else to work on. I guess I'll work on this wall again. We're going to go process a few more boards. Keep working our way up. I'll see what I feel like doing today. I don't know if I'm going to show much of this because it's a slow, kind of boring process, so it's not exciting to film or watch, but I'll bring you guys along the best that I can. You know, the more I do this process, the more I kind of come to enjoy it. There's something about it that is, it's not fun, it's a boring job, but you get in the zone and you kind of just, mentally you're there and the time just passes. Gives me some time to think, and I like to think, some planning time. And it's teaching me a little more patience, which I often lack when I'm working on these projects. Actually, coming into this house renovation at the beginning, I told myself I was going to try to be more patient with my work. While it looks like I'm meticulous and I do the best job I can, and I do, but I do lack patience, and I have a hard time mentally bringing myself to where I want to strip down or save wood, salvage materials, because I see all the work that's involved in the paint stripping and all that stuff. So, you know, pulling nails, Luckily, I have some really good tools that help me with the nails. I have my denailer tool that was a gift to us, and that has helped me a lot because I can blast them right out quick. And definitely having the right tools for the job makes a big difference. But I am appreciating taking some time to move a little slower on this job and just appreciate the process a little more. Ashley said she wants to get that wall finished today. We have 6 more boards to do. I don't know if we can do it, but we'll try our best. I know it's dark in here, but this room I think is going to be transformed. Once we get the walls painted and get better lighting, we have no lighting in here, and I do have some work lights, but in this kind of space where there's no reflective material and just with the camera, it's just hard to pick up what's going on in here. Bad lighting. Okay, so here's the update. We have been working hard and we ran out of wood. So right now we have 3 rows left. 2.5 technically, as the top board is cut. But we have 3 rows left. We don't have any more long boards, so we're going to make a decision to stagger some shorter pieces. It's not going to be too short. I mean, we have them up here. We just prepped them. These are pretty long pieces, but they're going to be like this short from the end of the room. So I took some short scraps that we had, prepared these. We're going to cut these to fit the ends. I don't think it'll be very noticeable. It's at the top of the room. It's only a couple of boards. We're going to stagger one at one end, one at the other. I'm sure it'll be fine. So let's get them installed.
Are both of these ends cut or what?
Yes, I cut them both really clean just to be safe.
Okay.
So the first one I'm doing this way. You got it?
Yeah. I need a chunk.
Here's a piece of flooring, and if I put this here,
2x4.
now let me get a pry bar and I'll see if that's enough to pry off of. Hold that.
You can't help me because I just turned on the fire.
Oh, it's nice that you got the fan on.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
How do you think I did it?
So we managed to pull together enough wood to finish this wall, and it honestly looks really cool. Now, this is not Belle's style. She doesn't like the rustic look at all, so we will be painting it, but wouldn't that look cool just with a clear finish over it? Anyway, I think just seeing this wall, and I do have some, artificial lighting happening here, but we can already envision how much better the room's going to look painted because we are going to do a light color, and it's, I think, going to make the space feel a lot brighter than it does. We have a dark brown ceiling and walls everywhere, and there's just no reflective light, and that's why it always feels like a cave in here. This is already looking pretty neat. Once we have a ceiling light and light walls, I'm not telling you the color yet, but once we have the lighter walls, it's going to be pretty neat. So we're nearing the end of another day. We're going to call it quits for tonight, but tomorrow we're going to get working on the wall to the side of you, and that one is going to be a lot easier because there's no paint scraping. We should be able to use almost all of the original wood that we took off that wall and just put it straight back up. No wasting time, no cutting, no scraping, just get it up on the wall. I'll take you guys along for that one now. Be better now that I'm done cutting that outlet hole. Because then I'd get distracted and wouldn't get anything done. So we're gonna have to splice this one together. Let's see if we can link these all up. Now that we have our wood wall finished on the back side of that, that's the wall we just did, I'm going to go ahead and get this side insulated. You might be surprised to see that it's not insulated, but I just wanted to wait until I had something to push it in against. So that's why it's not done yet. We are selectively insulating certain interior walls. This one is from the bedroom to the bathroom. We feel like there could be a benefit in insulating it. A little more sound proofing between the bedroom. Also fireproofing from one room to the next. So we're going to do that. On walls where sound and fireproofing is kind of negated by giant open doorways, we're not really bothering with insulation. So for example, going from the entryway to the living room, it's just an open doorway. So sound and flame could spread through the door with or without the walls insulated. So that's why we're picking and choosing the best places for the insulation. Well, we got a little bit of cleanup to do on the floor, but we finished off another bundle of insulation and got this wall filled. That looks better. I think the goal now is to not get distracted, keep working on the bedroom, which means we just got to find places for the other two bundles and clean it out. You can see it's not too bad in here. I have a bicycle, a little bit of insulation, and just a pile of wood flooring. We can find a spot for all of this stuff pretty easily. All this white on the floor is just from the drywall when we were gutting the bathroom. We walked it through here and threw it out the window to the dumpster. So that's just drywall dust. That'll clean up easy. We do have some problem spots on the floor along the edge of the room, some termite damage. We will have to fix that, but we are going to keep this floor. So I think I can salvage it. It's in good shape other than the termite damage. So we'll worry about that later, but we're gonna end up sanding this down, cleaning it up, and hopefully refinishing it. And otherwise, the room is almost there. I mean, it's almost done. Look at this. The walls are back up. Next step is ordering paint. And also, I'm gonna be adding some more electrical outlets on this side of the room. This whole wall doesn't have any. But we're not going to take this wall down, so we're going to be doing old work type electrical. We'll show you guys that in another video as well. The bedroom does have a window, which is okay. This is an original window. It's not in terrible shape, but it definitely needs work. Our plan is to replace that window eventually. I don't think we're going to do it as part of this renovation right here. We're going to try to finish up the bedroom, leave the window. We might clean it up a little so it's not so nasty. But we'll worry about that later. What we're looking at is right now, like we bought 4 windows for our dining room. We bought those in November. They're still not here, and they cost a lot of money. So if I order another window, it's just more money, and it could take months and months and months. So we'll worry about that later, and we'll do that when we're more ready for it. We might just do a replacement window, might do a new build. We'll decide that later when we get there. So I'll just keep that in mind. So this is going to be her bedroom. This is our daughter, Belle. You have been helping us to make sure it's going to be what you want. Mm-hmm. And you told us what color you want.
Yep.
Don't say it. It's going to be a surprise. We actually already have a bed for her, and that's about it, right?
Yeah.
So there are some additional things we want to get, but right now we're doing no spend for at least a couple months. We got to get our budget balanced, so it might not come soon, but little by little we'll get the furniture in here.
Yeah.
Well guys, we got a lot done. I'm going to wrap it up here because we're going to be moving on to some different projects. So, as usual, thanks for watching, and until next time, take care. This is one of Belle's terrariums. And there are insects in here, but I can't see them. She really loves building these and maintaining them. And when her room is finished, we're going to get her a bigger and better terrarium for her bedroom so that she can keep any bugs she wants in there. It's going to be really cool.